Now this is a real treat for us, and I'm so glad to have Maria Hope joining us. Now, Maria's husband created an incredible product, and we all have dealt with sinusitis, we've dealt with sinus congestion, and we've looked at all the alternatives, the over-the-counter sprays, the quite frankly, what feels like torture neti pot. It's messy, it's difficult, it's complicated. And then Maria's husband created Navage. Now this is a one-of-a-kind nasal irrigation system through active suction. It has been nothing but ravely reviewed here at HSN. We are bringing it back in a brand new, better than best configuration for only 1,000 shoppers. For anybody that deals with chronic congestion, for anybody who's suffering through cold and flu season, for anybody that's always looking for real relief and has found the alternatives to be just not good enough for you. Navage, from the reviews I've read and from my own personal experience and my mother's, who's a neti pot user, is an absolute life-changing game changer. And Maria's gonna talk you through the technology. We'll talk about the concept of nasal irrigation, but your husband really created a phenomenal product, and we're so glad to have you here.
Thank you, Brett. It's great to be here. Sinus issues that we're talking about today, like allergies and sinusitis, regularly affect nearly half the population. And let's face it, we all get colds. Winter is coming around, and we know that that's the worst time of year for these kinds of problems. But the good news is there's a way to get sinus relief from that sinus congestion. It's called Navage. And what Navage does is it's actually doing nasal irrigation. So nose rinsing, nose cleaning, you're actually rinsing your nose here with saline rinse. And it's going in one side of the nose, back around the other side of the nose, into the bottom tank, flushing out those allergens, dust and germs and mucus. Whatever's up there that's causing that congestion and making you miserable is getting pulled out so that your nasal passages are cleared and you can breathe.
When you can breathe deep, I mean, how many times does somebody say, you're stressed, you're anxious, they say just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Great idea, except if I can't breathe through my nose. Now I don't sleep well, now I can't breathe properly, and the alternatives are messy. They drip down into the back of your throat. You've tried the neti pot and it seems like a torture chamber. Navage is different. It's a one-of-a-kind better improvement, and I do want a little public service announcement before we do a live demonstration. Anybody who's bought it before, we have salt pod replacements now. In fact, we have a big, huge configuration of them that we will now permanently keep in stock based on customer demand. And when you get a sale price on the system, you know, getting new pods in the future is incredibly affordable and incredibly easy to get here. But I want to see it in action, because I would never ask anybody to demonstrate a neti pot on live television.
Right, exactly. Right. But Navage is so easy and convenient, and so I'm going to show you right now. So it's already filled up to the fill line with warm water, and now I'm going to take one of my salt pods, and these are so great because everything's already measured for you. It's convenient, there's no mess, and instantly I'm getting my perfect saline solution.
Yeah, you can see it mixing in right there. You can see the perfect mix and mixture. No formulas, no questions, no hassles, and then we go right to it.
Exactly.
Right?
So now I'm going to put it up to my nose. And I press the start button, and now it's going from the top tank here through the one side of my nose, back around and down into this bottom tank. And it's flushing right now, it's cleansing, it's moisturizing, it's hydrating, and I can do this fully dressed. I don't have to be leaning over a sink.
She's having a conversation. I mean, she was joking before that she can do this and she can eat a sandwich. I mean, the thing about it is, you think about a system that flushes out the body. Think about what we do to the eyes when dust gets in them, when they get red. You think about what we do to flush out our system with water and saline. Now you can do it with a one-of-a-kind gentle suction care system for one of the most sensitive and delicate parts of the body. You know, you think about it, your nasal passages and your nasal glands, they're very sensitive and susceptible, especially during this time of the year. Navage is a one-of-a-kind product. You're getting the Countertop Caddy for the first time ever. You're getting a special holiday offer for the first time ever, and you're getting 4 flexible payments. I mean, quite frankly, try it. You get not a 30-day money-back guarantee, not a 60-day money-back guarantee. I feel comfortable screaming from the rooftops that you get until the end of January risk-free. You get all 30 salt pods that come with your purchase tonight to try it out and see if it works for you. And if you don't love it, send it back. We've had nothing but 5-star rave reviews for Navage. I know it's been a game changer for my mom. And what it really comes down to and boils to is the medicine and the science behind how well it works. We're going to take a listen to an actual nose and sinus physician. We've got Dr. Howard Levine, who's going to tell you a little bit more about it. Shop for it while we've got it. It's limited tonight. It's a one-of-a-kind health and wellness improvement. Take a listen.
I'm Dr. Howard Levine, a nose and sinus physician. Bathing and flushing the nasal cavity with salt water, called saline, is a time-proven therapy for reducing congestion. What's more, nasal irrigation does this completely naturally, without drugs, simply by flushing and moisturizing the nasal passages. Until recently, nasal rinsing has relied on devices like the neti pot, the squeeze bottle, that use pressure to push saline through the nose. Navage brings new technology to nasal care. Navage uses powered suction to pull the saline through the nose, washing out allergens, pollen, dust, environmental irritants.
So you see that this is truly a better improvement. We talked about the hurricane. I mean, these are better ways to do the processes that make us healthier. Make those in your life. You know, when I was growing up, I had sinus infections all the time, because I couldn't get proper draining and proper removal of what was stuck up in there. This would have been an amazing gift to have gotten. Now, you see on your screen right now, we have 10 minutes left, maybe. There's less than 1,000 of these to go around, and already 200-300 more of you on the phone to get yours. It's not like there's 17 other alternatives or 17 other ways to get active suction, nasal irrigation. You've tried the neti pot, or quite frankly, you've never gone near it because the thought of it terrified you. You've looked at the messy alternatives. You've tried sprays that have ended up dripping into the back of your throat and felt uncomfortable and almost felt more sick from the process than from the solution. Navage is truly different. And your husband really came up with an incredible product because of his own suffering, right?
Exactly. My husband had suffered from chronic sinusitis, and he was suffering his 5th sinus infection, and he discovered this thing called saline nasal irrigation, or nose rinsing, and he started doing it, and he realized that it worked, that it had great results. And we're seeing again here what the difference with Navage is. It's the only product that uses powered suction. Unlike the neti pot or squeeze bottle or other products out there, Navage actually pulls or draws the saline through the nose into that bottom tank. So the powered suction is doing the work for you. It's like the difference between a vacuum cleaner and a broom. Navage is gonna make it easy, convenient, less messy.
You know, and we talk about all the different reasons in which you need it this time of the year. Our homes are incredibly dusty and dirty, and we're closing the windows, we're running the heat. You wake up in the morning, dry throat, crusty nose. This can change it. Let's let everybody see it again in person, because I'm asking somebody to demonstrate this on live television, talk while she's doing it. That's how clean and easy and quick it is.
Exactly, it is. And you know, at the end of the day, it's that it works and that you can breathe again once you've actually cleaned your nose. So I've just put the salt pod capsule in here, similar to a coffee pod, where it's just going to be really easy. I don't have to worry. I have a consistent saline solution every time. Now I'm going to put it back up to my nose and start the irrigation cycle. And as you can see, it's going through. It happens very quickly. It doesn't take very long at all.
And as you can see, all the gunk, all the mess, all the crusties and boogies and snotties and all the stuff that's getting in the way of you being able to feel healthy and breathe better is all clearing out in an active, better way. You know, it's like Maria said, why use a broom and dustpan when you can use a vacuum cleaner? Let this truly get in and flush out your system. When you give somebody that type of relief, when you give yourself permission to get that type of relief, things don't drip. You know, my mom has a postnasal drip issue that makes her nauseous. You know, it makes her physically ill just dealing with what her body is ingesting. This stops that from happening. Now, unfortunately, we only have about 500 left as we process through your calls and through your orders. We've been working hard to get Navage back in stock since its first time on this show when it's sold out. It's back tonight, and it's only $20. You get 30 treatments, and yes, you can buy more salt pods. In fact, the only complaint I read on this product was, why doesn't HSN carry the salt pods? So we listened to you, and we now offer a 120 count salt pod offer. You can even get it on auto ship if you're somebody that suffers from chronic sinusitis or allergies or dealing with pollen sensitivities. It's a great product to buy. It's the first time we've ever done it with this great countertop caddy, so you can leave it right out on your nightstand and use it first thing in the morning or last thing at the end of the night. But it's a wonderful way. Get the temporary solution chemical sprays out of your body. We know they do long-term damage to the inside of your nasal cavity. Right. And buy a product that's healthy and a better, cleaner, more efficient alternative, especially now. We can try it out risk-free, when you get it shipped to your door for free, when it's 20 bucks on your credit card, to see what it's all about and see if it makes a tangible difference to the way you feel.
Exactly. The great thing about Navage is that it's all natural. It's drug-free, so you can do it as often as you want, anywhere you want to do it. It's just that convenient and easy.
So in case you're just joining us and going, okay, I see the concept, it seems like it makes sense, but what about a doctor? What did they say about the necessity, the need, the benefits of nasal rinsing? Dr. Howard Levine's going to tell you about that right now.
I'm Dr. Howard Levine, a nose and sinus physician. Bathing and flushing the nasal cavity with salt water, called saline, is a time-proven therapy for reducing congestion. What's more, nasal irrigation does this completely naturally, without drugs, simply by flushing and moisturizing the nasal passages. Until recently, nasal rinsing has relied on devices like the neti pot, the squeeze bottle, that use pressure to push saline through the nose. Naväge brings new technology to nasal care. Naväge uses powered suction to pull the saline through the nose, washing out allergens, pollen, dust, environmental irritants.
You know, at the end of the day, if you're watching this presentation, if you're somebody that deals with stuffiness, if you're somebody that's dealing with cold and flu season, if you're somebody that's constantly blowing your nose and looking for a better solution, this is your better solution. There are not 17 other opportunities like this out there in the industry. And now, when you get a sale price, when you get free shipping, when you get an extended holiday money-back guarantee for you or for the nasal sufferer in your life, the person constantly with the tissues and the dried out nose and the colds and the allergies and the inflammation and the suffering, try Naväge. It's simple, it's easy, it's drug-free, it's a phenomenal solution, and I really cannot sing its praises more. You know, I know what my mom has gone through, I know what her frustrations, her headaches, her hassles have been. You know, they thought that she had GERD, they thought that she had intestinal issues. It was all just postnasal drip, and all the other alternatives were not working for her the way Naväge has now worked.
Well, you know, I think a lot of people who are suffering from congestion don't know about nasal irrigation. And also the delivery methods, quite frankly, aren't very convenient. They're messy. Naväge is a better way to do it. And at the end of the day, nasal irrigation works. It's going to clear your sinus passages. It's going to allow you immediately to breathe again.
So we're going to actually do it live in our studio one last time. You're taking a look right here that you're seeing gentle powered suction. By the way, you do get 3 different pairs of nose pillows, so you can use it, your spouse can use it. You can make this customizable and shared by everybody in the family. We have 3 minutes or sellout. I think sellout's probably what's going to happen first. $20. That's it. That's all you spend today. Get rid of the symptoms, get rid of the headaches, get rid of the frustrations and the problems from sinus congestion, and do it all right now without any medicines, without any drugs, without any symptom killers over and over again, with something that actually does work, and it has for customers, everyone who's tried it.
Yes, I mean, really, nasal irrigation works. And so I'm going to show this to you again. I have the salt pod loaded in the top here, and I'm going to close the lid. And again, I have my saline solution, and I'm ready to bring this up to my nose. The nose pillows are made so that they'll fit any size nose. And now when I press the start button, it is actually going from the top to the bottom. So it's really flushing all those things that get stuck in your nose and that's causing that congestion, that's preventing you from being able to breathe. It's all getting down here to the bottom tank.
Okay, with all the calls online right now, there's about 200 left. I want you to just notice that Maria was talking. Maria could have been eating a sandwich. Maria could have been living her life. There's no big giant mess. There's no leaning over a sink. There's no messy frustration, and there's no burning in the back of her throat. Do you know anybody can use a neti pot and talk at the same time? Stand up and look pretty and do it on live television? And there's really nothing else like it out there. And for so many of you, this is a recurring issue. Whether it is you have 2 cats and a dog and you're allergic to all 3 of them, whether it is you've always suffered with allergies, you are sensitive to pollen and dust, cold and flu season always ends up exploding in your home, Navage is a way to get real relief. You don't have to go see an ENT. You don't have to deal with all the other issues out there. Try it while it's on sale, and quite frankly, while we have it available. We've got a moment left here. I know you see 400 left on your screen. I've got 350 online right now. You know, maybe this is that gift for your coworker who's constantly suffering. Maybe this is for the teenager in your life. I was one. Chronic sinus. Nothing like this used to exist.
And the difference is I can breathe now.
Yeah.
I'm completely clear, I'm completely open, and it makes such a difference to go through your life without dealing with that congestion and being able to breathe. So I absolutely recommend it. What we ask people to do is take the Navage challenge. Try it twice a day for 2 weeks and experience the difference that it can make for you.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Our clock is going to go down here, but based on demand, we're gonna stay for one more moment to make sure anybody who suffers, anybody who's curious, anybody that wants it on sale and with an extended holiday return gets a chance to shop for it. Navage has not been here on HSN for months, and from what I'm being told, it may not be back again for the rest of the year. We're gonna try real hard to get some back for you because we know as the weather gets cold, as our homes get dustier with all the holiday decor that comes out, as we close up our homes and run our heat, our central systems, we all tend to suffer more than any other time of the year. Now you can try this one-of-a-kind, incredible suction nasal care system for $20 on your credit card. Okay, don't hang up. Thank you so much for your calls and orders. You won't